What's up? Alright, we're gonna move on to the next question, and this is about the rocket nozzle. Obdachloser, I think I pronounced that sort of correctly. He asked, can you please explain how to do this trick? It's the rocket jump you have to use on Gelato 100. So I'm gonna show off that video here, if you'll allow me to pull it up. Let's not play that just yet. Let's get it on stream first. There we go. Let's fade that in. Yeah, alright. So, this average Trey calls it the Holy Rocket. It's a trick that uses the rocket nozzle. The rocket nozzle is super broken, but let's have a look at this. So, as you can see, this trick involves a rollout, and then you rocket multiple times. Now, I will admit, I've actually never done this trick. Whoa. But I do know how it's done. Cancel that, please. I do know how it's done. So, we're gonna do a little bit of experimenting here. Because I've actually never done it myself, but I'm pretty confident that I can explain it. Alright, so there's actually some different things going on with rollouts in the rocket nozzle. If you actually do a short rollout like that, then you can do a similar thing. But for regular rollouts, the important thing is that you have to hold A. So when you do the rollout, you need to hold A. So let me try if I can do this. Ooh, the timing for that is kind of weird. Let me try again. Oh yeah, there we go. I got the charge. I don't have any muscle memory for this. But yeah, so you want to charge the rocket probably like 3/4 of the way, then do a rollout. And then, as soon as the rocket fires, you want to re-grab R. And this is actually the tricky part. It's tripping me up. You want to fully let go of R and then repress it. Otherwise, the rocket won't charge. There you go. That's how you do it. As you can see, you lose some height every time you do it. Especially if you're not very fast on regrabbing R. So getting like a lot of these without falling down is pretty tricky. Yeah, I can only get like 3. There might be something that I'm missing here, because it did look like Trey went pretty high. Yeah, Guild. Exactly. That is true. Can I explain a rocket storage glitch? I can, and I think that that's related enough, because we're talking about the rocket nozzle now anyway. Oh, Trey, you're actually here right now. Was I doing that correctly? Or is there something else that I should be doing in order to keep some more height? Because it seems like I'm going down pretty fast. Yeah, that second rocket seems pretty windy. So I feel like I am doing something wrong here. Looked fine to you? Okay. I said wimpy, not windy. To get 4+ on flat ground requires super precise timing. Yeah, okay. So it's just very hard. Alright, so, next thing, rocket buffers. That's a good follow-up question. Oh, hey Jamar, I'll be teaching a lot of different things. Right now, I'm handling questions that people have asked in advance. Alright, so Rocket Buffer. Rockets are kind of weird in that if you try to rocket while Mario is busy, kind of, it doesn't work. So right there, Mario was busy landing from a jump. Like, this counts as, like, Mario doing something. So, like, he's recovering from the jump. And if you try to rocket during that, it won't work. The rocket nozzle will just fart. But the game has kind of a quirk in that as long as you don't move after this happens, the game still thinks that you used the rocket. So if Mario now enters the air, he will shoot up. But like I said, you can't move, but there's an exception to that, and that's sidestepping. So if after you poof a rocket, you switch to the regular nozzle, the spray nozzle, and you sidestep off of a ledge, then you will still get the rocket. And that's what rocket storage is. Now, single rocket storage can be done with a jump, and then you can do another rocket in the air. I actually got a very low one there. So that's one form of rocket storage, is jump rocket storage. But the other way, it utilizes a different method. Instead of the jump animation, we're going to use the animation of Mario coming out of sidestepping. So, do you see how Mario, like, kind of, he moves his left foot forward, and he kind of stands more upright? That's him being busy, so to speak. And we can use that to cancel a rocket. So the way we do that, we want to sidestep. And then as we're sidestepping, we keep holding L. L is what you use to sidestep. You can only sidestep with the spray nozzle normally. But you can switch while sidestepping. And that will allow you to sidestep with other nozzles. So another thing about sidestepping is that if you're fully spraying Flood, you can let go of L, and you're still in sidestep mode. Even though we can't really sidestep, you can see that Mario is in the same stance. So if I re-grab L now and let go of R, we're still sidestepping. But if I don't do that, and I now let go of R... See, I only let go of the click. You could have seen that only the red light on the controller turned off. See, and then he exits sidestep, and now he can walk. So that also works for the rocket nozzle, which means that we can do this going out of sidestepping animation while charging a rocket. And that's how the more advanced method of rocket buffering works. So you want to start charging the rocket, and then as you're charging the rocket, you let go of L. And then right before your rocket is fully charged, you release only the click on the R button. So that your rocket will keep charging, but the getting out of sidestepping animation will play. And if you do that correctly, you store a rocket. As you can see when you sidestep off of a ledge. And you can do this one multiple times. Oh, I messed it up there. So now you can hold L, switch to spray nozzle, switch back to rocket nozzle, and do it again. And now we've got 2, which takes us really high. The rockets are kind of weird like that, but they kind of stack, and they become stronger with each additional rocket. And that's how you do rocket buffers. That was a pretty technical explanation, but yeah, I'll go over the inputs once more. So you want to start sidestepping by having the spray nozzle out and holding L. Then you switch to rocket nozzle. You start charging it by pressing R all the way. Then you let go of L completely. And then when the rocket is almost charged, you let go of the click at the bottom of the R button. So we start charging, let go of L, let go of the click. Oh, I messed it up. Of course. There you go. That's how you do it. And that's a rocket. Okay, so there's one more thing that I want to mention here. If you're going to be doing this in speedruns, you can store downwards momentum from a ground pound in the same way. If you ground pound and then sidestep after, you see how fast Mario falls? This is if we normally walk off. This is if we walk off after a ground pound. And that will actually affect your rocket buffer. So if I do a ground pound and then do a rocket buffer and don't mess it up. Alright, now we rocket buffer. Now I will get a very low hop. So you really want to be careful that you don't accidentally do that. So a common thing is if you mess up your rocket buffer, you'll ground pound because you want to get down early, and then you'll immediately try to do the rocket buffer again. But if you do that, you're not going to get the height that you need. So every time you mess up a rocket buffer and you ground pound, you want to either do a jump or just move around a little, and that will get rid of the momentum. So let's demonstrate that. Ground pound, and I'll jump, and then I'll do a rocket buffer. Dang it. And as you can see, we still get the full height. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that I know about rocket buffering.